Happy Wednesday. Happy Mind Your Wednesday. Keep looking. Sometimes the encouragement we need happens in the simplest things in life. For me, that was the other day in the craft store. I was working on a project and I had gone to the Michaels near my house to pick up this little container thing, but I needed 3 packs of them to finish what I was working on, but they only had 2. So I went ahead and got those 2 and started on my project, but I knew eventually I was going to have to go to another store to get the 3rd pack, right? So this particular day I venture out. I actually paused for a second to see if I could order it online, but I couldn't find the specific item online to order, so I could just pick it up in the store. Plus I would have known they had it before I drove over there because the next closest place was about 30 minutes away from where I live. So I'm in the car, I'm driving, I go ask the lady when I come in because the layout of this store is totally different than the one that I'm used to. So not to wonder about. Asked her, she pointed me in the right direction. And as I'm walking down the aisle, the section rather, was against the wall. So I could see walking up to it. It was pretty much empty, this section I was looking for. And it was a hanging item. So I'm like, they don't have any. And I'm like, I just need one. So I stood there for a minute and I looked around just to see anything else hanging above or something else I could use in place. And I didn't see anything. And it was kind of rainy that day. So I was like, I don't want to go to another store. That store is probably another 30 minutes away in a different direction from where I live. And I'm like, I just need one. So I'm literally standing in the aisle at Michael's having this conversation. I wasn't talking out loud, but I'm having this conversation in my head. I was like, I know, I'm not going to another store. There's another one in this store. Keep looking. So I go back. I told you it was a hanging item, right? So it was nothing hanging where, well, that item would have been. There were some other things that wasn't going to work. So there were shelves underneath it. So I started kind of digging and lifting up stuff and looking behind stuff. And then there was this stack of just a bunch of stuff that didn't really belong in this particular section. So I'm lifting and looking and lifting and looking. And at the very bottom of the stack was that one item, that one package that I needed. Now, had I got disgusted and just looked at the rack and I glanced down, and because it was at the bottom of under a bunch of other stuff, had I not gone through and kept looking, I would have had to fight traffic. I would have had to go out of my way another 30 minutes, could have chanced going to that other store and they not even having just that one. And now I've wasted all this time just simply because I didn't take a pause to keep looking where I was. And so many times we get in positions or situations where we just be like, man, and we just think of all the things that can go wrong and what I don't and how I don't, and we just stop. We be like, just forget it. I'm not going to even worry about it. Or we try to make up something else. Sometimes we just need to take a deep breath, remind ourselves what it is that we're looking for, wanting, desire, aiming for, wanting to achieve, wanting to accomplish, and look again. Sometimes it's just the simplest thing of just repositioning, moving something, and you get that, you feel like you're stuck somewhere, and just by moving some things around, you be like, that's what I needed. I was just looking at it wrong. I had my pieces in the wrong order. Keep looking. Now that just blessed me in that day. Not only because I didn't have to go to another store, but it just gave me a quick reminder of how often we get so frustrated in some situations when we just need to take a deep breath, get yourself together, and keep looking. Guys, I hope you have a great and wonderful rest of your Wednesday today. And if nobody's told you that they love you, I love you. I love you. I love you. Be a great day.